Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Vampyr. Where we last left off was we basically fought two semi-bosses or mini-bosses. I would call them mini-bosses, but they felt like big bosses in a way. But yeah, they were like vampire hunters that were like just randomly ambushing me as I was heading back to the hospital. I was expecting to just go back to the hospital in the last episode at the end, but yeah, the boss fight encounter just basically showed up and forced me into a fight. We did that, and we basically also got the task of getting rid of the blackmailer for like for the benefactory of the hospital down. So we figured out that it was truly actually Nurse Crane, who was just like the one who kind of organized the whole blackmail situation against the benefactory, when she kind of doesn't really have any vampire ties, so she kind of doesn't even know that the benefactory, Lady Ashbury, I think is her name, like, she didn't know that she was a vampire, so she's just only blackmailed her for just the money because she thinks that the rich don't, like, guarantee anything. So yeah, that's pretty much the case of what went down, for the most part, in the last episode. We do have a lot of XP. We got 3,350, which I said I was going to do some stuff with, but, let me see, do we have any materials we want to build out before we do? I think I already crafted them up in the last episode. Like, literally right up to the last episode, I just said, hey, I'll just craft them up, or I'll just, like, change them out here as soon as possible, because why not? But it looks like we've gotten what we can so far. Do we have, what's the item I'm looking for? Tiny handle parts, we need 3, okay. I'm thinking about going to the shops right now first and grabbing the materials first, because so far without the level ups, I'm doing decently well, I think. One of the biggest problem for me was that, like, certainly one of the biggest problem for me. Oh yeah,
it's locked.
I forgot that was locked. One of the it's decently works well for me is that the weapons have been keeping me afloat. So I thought it was all dependent on like the levels, but it just seems like upgrading and crafting has been one of the biggest points of how to get stronger. It seems like, in my opinion, in terms of how I feel. Obviously, upgrading that stamina is super important, because when you're dodging, you need to get that stamina up. It's weirdly strange, though, because it reminds me a little bit of, like, Dark Souls in a way. Like, you know, the blood could be just replaced with mana. Like, mana could have been, like... I was locked as well. Mana is, like, replacing itself and stuff like that, so... I still don't know if I should try to... I'm trying to think, like, how can you, like... do not embrace, but like, hey buddy.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Most likely. What is the R?
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least.
Okay.
But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
I already helped him anyways. F, yeah, he's recovering. I can mesmerize him, but the question is, like, what are my options if I'm mesmerizing people? That's the question. But anyways, let's trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Whatever. Okay, so he has a shotgun, which is kind of weird to me. He has tiny handle parts, only one, unfortunately. I'll buy that one anyways. I don't think I need anything sold, or I don't have anything I can sell right off the bat. I do need to dismantle these boxes of pills for the medicine. I will sell 1 ring, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I really want to try mesmerizing someone and seeing how that changes anything. Like, can I tell them, like, to give me... Tell them to say, hey, give me your key to whatever item thingy-mabobber is, instead of embracing them. Or moving them around, I guess, in a sense. Like, that's the kind of thing where I'm kind of curious, like, how do you handle it?
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Looks like they're missing? Alright. Not missing, but, like, something's going on, because the person that Ashbury, the benefactory, was visiting, the guy literally is behind the curtain, so I'm assuming she's sucking his blood. For some odd reason. Like, she's probably just taking advantage of the dude. Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, I need to trade.
Please show me what...
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really.
He only has medical stuff. Okay. I am curious
Good evening,
if I can mesmerize. It says it's in red, so mesmerize might not be available for me. Yeah, he's in 4.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Interesting that he has like a level 4 on that. Alright, let's go and hunt down Thelma's stalkers. Because apparently Thelma's stalkers is in the area, I think, still. But we'll have to talk to her, right? Reassure Thelma about the spies. Okay, so let's talk to Thelma. Yeah, let's talk to Thelma, because I didn't expect it to be talking to her to kind of close out the quest, maybe. I did see her walk by. Here she is. Thelma?
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I have made inquiries about the men who were tracking you, Miss Howcroft.
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting me down?
It was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their sights on you.
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I'm capable of.
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile and just quietly disappear into the shadows.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition in mind.
I still don't know what the vampire blood thing is. Like, what is this, like, deep, watery vampire blood, rich vampire blood? Because I'm kind of confused with that.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you really know about vampires?
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and kill. I saw his terrible wounds heal as his victim died. And then I knew I was saved.
You mean you actually saw a vampire? Here in London?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must drink and kill to regenerate my decaying body. I am a vampire too.
Wait, is she really? I still don't get it. You could be in danger here, right? Yeah, because I think she's just mimicking the vampire, when in actuality she has nothing in terms of understanding how it works.
You have no idea what problems your claim could cause if heard by the wrong people, Miss
Which is true.
You must stop this nonsense now.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark, Dr. Reed. Strange and ancient beings that were here before this island even had a name.
Fair, but honestly, I don't want you dying. That's the biggest problem.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
So she just likes him, that's it.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Honestly, if I'm also able to memorize this lady, I feel like she's not really a vampire to begin with.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
Okay, whatever. I'm so curious though, what does mesmerize even provide? I mean, I can mesmerize this lady now, because you can tell from the top left corner or all the way over there, it's 2 out of 2. So it's like, I can now finally mesmerize her, but I'm still not sure what to do.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
To her nocturnal things, yeah. Investigation succeeded. I'm blocking her way, which is hilarious. Okay. 3,515 XP available for me. So I get to freaking get closer and closer to the upgrade I need. Alright, so we finished her stuff, so she should technically not die, in a sense. Trying to think what else there is. Can I track this? And where does this go? That's the question. Okay, so that's far, far off from wherever we were at. So the docks is where we would need to go for her, for their stuff, not here. I'll untrack that. Yeah, because I wanted to know what quests or investigations we've gotten to kind of figure out where we need to go or where we can go. Also, apologies if you can hear the helicopter blowing about. It's literally hitting the window and I hate it. Or making the window shake on my side. It's the worst when it's like flying very low, like... Yep, there's the rumble. I don't know if you guys can hear it. If you're a headphone listener, you can hear it. But if you're not a headphone listener, you might not hear it unless you turn it really loud on volume. Oh, Jesus. The freaking helicopter, though. Oh, there's a helicopter flying by, and it's still rumbling like a crazy wind. There we go. It's going away. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, the helicopters that fly pretty low can rumble my my window a lot, so yeah. Alright. And also the whole situation with California getting hit by hurricane is still happening as of this recording, so it's tomorrow's the day that we'll figure out if anything happens or changes, so that's the thing in terms of current events in my time place here. So it's not great, but it's what it is. But anyways, I wanted to turn in the main mission, but a part of me feels like if I do, I'm gonna try to have to sleep. Like I'm gonna have to make sure my characters go to sleep for once, because I've held on to these points for so long that I'm like, I need to turn in some of these points in order to progress or make myself stronger again, or else problems, I guess. Right. We should also get back to the room to decompress, or dismantle, not decompress. I need to dismantle my items here too as well. But yeah, I'm still wondering if Mesmerize could do more than just embrace / control somebody to do something. Because it's been a little annoying for me that I can't get people to give me their items. Yeah, these are treatments. Okay, let's dismantle the boxes and stuff. Yeah, I have to dismantle all these. I don't think they're worth selling, though. Okay, I think cigarette cases are worth selling. Alright, I'll scrap that one. Glass vial, I can probably sell the bottle of gin, cheap gin, because it's not really worth it. Should I sell this or keep it in? You know, I'll get a material out. Yeah, this one dropped. The bottle of alcohol actually drops items in it, or at least, dismantling them at least drops some sort of something at least. We're 2 more freaking tiny handle parts away. Dang it. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, let's turn in the mission then, and then I'll do. Then I will start going into bed and sleeping for once in this game, because I haven't been sleeping in this game at all. So that's why we've been having a lot of XP built up. Then again, I think that this game doesn't really force you to really level up, because of the fact that it doesn't really always change too much for me. So sorry, I thought that was a collectible item or item to grab a hold of. Alright, let's talk to her. Sorry. Wait, is the person dead? You're lucky it was me.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
You killed him. He trusted you. And you killed him.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
Sure. We are vampires after all.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The
It's
case is
fine.
closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion.
Yeah, I don't want her
The
dead.
culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
Oh, 50
If you have an
shillings.
inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Also, can we do something about the body? Because it makes me feel more suspicious by the fact that she's here while he's like dead on the bed and nobody's gonna go and see this guy. Well, I mean, I kind of guess that those people, that the hospital people are not gonna care much about it, considering that there's one less body to worry about to them, but I don't know. No. About London. How many vampires?
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
So she's saying that there's more. Who attacked me?
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Also, let me, I forgot to mention this before we went into this conversation with her. When we had the conversation of finding her, killing this guy, embracing the guy technically, and stuff, I kind of feel like the whole dialogue was a little awkward. Like, it didn't feel naturally flowed through. The one choice that I chose with the we're all vampires after all kind of felt a little bit weird, because I wasn't thinking he was going to go long-winded about how we were both vampires. Like, I mean, I guess it's the one thing I was thinking about. It's like, why can't we just say that you're a vampire, I'm a vampire, leave it at that? It's like, just don't mind me, considering that, you know, I'm like you already. So it's like, I don't know. I just felt like the conversation was already awkward. But at least we're at the point where we're just getting information from Lady Ashbury again.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That
Sure.
sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Sounds like Vampires the Masquerade. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm a little bit like frustrated because like this game feels like it's trying to be the next vampire RPG game, and it's hard. If I hadn't played Vampires the Masquerade Bloodlines 1, I think I would have not thought about that game while playing this game, but like due to how good that game did, I mean it wasn't like, you know, an instant success. It's a cult classic, obviously, but like due to the fact that it feels so immersive in the Vampires the Masquerade, it's hard that I'm just playing through this and I'm just thinking like it's kind of like, I'm not saying I don't want to say it's lackluster, but it's just kind of so hard to compare with each other. But it feels like it tries to chase after something that's similar in vein. But I feel like it's hard for me to like really say that this is scratching that same itch in a weird way. Like, I like vampire RPGs, based on that one game. But this is not scratching that itch, unfortunately, and it's making it harder for me to be like, oh yeah, I like this. I think maybe the dialogue is just not strong enough in some places, and then like some of the combat aren't strong in some places. But then there are stuff that are actually very interesting, like the combat with the boss with the like once you get upgraded stuff, it becomes at least doable, but also at least okay in combat. Like the combat feels okay. But early on, it's like when you're struggling, it's like it's not that interesting. Or when the dialogue is going, it's just sometimes just feels it feels disconnected in a way. So, anyways,
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
of course.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
Probably because they got the money now, maybe, or the bandwidth.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Okay.
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
Okay. Right, so that's the whole category down. About me or about her? About her, for sure.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Honestly, that's not a bad age to remain as, I guess. 27, like anything like within the range of 23, 22, 21 maybe. 21, 22, 23, all the way down to like 35 is a good range for being stuck at the age of, I guess. Because you're still kind of semi-healthy in a way, and you barely get much problems, I guess. This is not all the truth. This is not all the truth.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
She's probably been alive for 1,000 years, and I would not be surprised.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Probably went to America, if America exists at this point, I bet.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our
Condition?
hunger.
Oh.
Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
Oh, interesting.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London vampire society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Okay.
And no one suspected you of the murders?
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
I'll probably hold you on that word. I'm gonna keep that in my mind forever.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
What type of vampire is a Skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Oh, I see. So they just got turned because something similar to a Scowl or above it by a little bit is like the one that attacked them. So then they converted because of it. Okay, that's interesting. Am I a vamp? Oh my god.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
I hate the fact that this was a questionable. This is a question option. Why is that a question option? We already know. You just. Am I a vampire? Why is that a choice for my character? For Christ's sake, my character's not that. Well, actually, my character might be dumb, but it makes it. But it goes into a direct statement to me as a player. As a player, we already know we're a vampire because we clearly suck blood and we clearly can do weird stuff that makes us look like a vampire and we're affected by sunlight and etc. etc. But the point is, not everyone does not understand what a vampire would do or need to do. It's like, why provide that question? Is there no better way to lead to this conversation, I guess, for what an Ekon is, I guess?
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
I would say that, like, instead of the statement of I am a vampire too, or am I a vampire, like, then you could just lead it to, like, what kind of vampires are there out there, or something like that. Like, or what type of vampire am I? Because we clearly just clicked on Scowl, like, not long ago, so...
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon.
That's sure.
We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
I get it. I'm wondering what's above the Ekon, though.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
Also, I don't like the fact that they break it into more questions to ask, because I feel like sometimes they're just redundant or not interesting for me, but whatever.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, like, this category doesn't feel like anything interesting, but...
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
Yeah, that made sense. But it's weird because the guy who... The person who instilled the vampire thing to us didn't actually show that he was giving us blood, but instead biting us. Like, we were a victim first, and then he let us survive.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
What? Why?
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Interesting. An elder vampire is in the myths of Britain.
Excuse my forwardness, but Are you my maker?
No.
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
Interesting. So I'm wondering what really constitutes as, like, a reason to create a progeny.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Okay. Let's go ahead and, I'm wondering, yeah, I'm still wondering what the watery vampire blood is, because I keep having them, so I'm wondering if that gives us an upgrade, or if they give us XP to some degree about whatever it is. Let me see. Not here. Not there. But that is the blood sample, of course. More blood samples as always. Here it is. It's crafting stuff. Yeah, this. I don't know what this watery rich blood sample means. Can use to create blood serums. Okay, I was kind of curious what that was, but... Alright, cool. Alright, let's check out this thing. Analyze. What did we create? Light stamina serum. I guess that's what that is. Pneumonia, bronchitis, and cold. I'm wondering if we can do more treatments, but there doesn't seem to be much on the treatment side of things.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scowls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Chapter 3 still? Or is this the beginning of Chapter 3, I guess? Because I don't remember what causes and effects. So yeah, this is a new chapter now. Alright. This is a good place to stop it, actually. Talked a lot to, I don't have water. I wonder if I can find water. There's an achievement with that, I believe. What's this again? I don't know what I clicked. I just pressed F thinking that it would give me something. Oh, I get to dress differently if I press F onto the closet. Okay. I like this one the best. I don't like the hat. Like, I want to take off the hat for sure. So if I want to change clothes, I could just press that, and then it will just change my clothes outfit or something. Alright. Fair. I like this outfit better, because it has, like, no hat. I'm not a big fan of the hat. The hat didn't really fit my style, I feel like. Alright. Next episode, let's go ahead and finally use the XP, upgrade our character, and then see where we can go from there after that. Because I believe there's going to be probably new people with new illnesses to handle. And yeah, we'll see where we'll go from there. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode or video or another video of mine. And hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever you're watching this. Roz.